This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It's Wednesday, March 4th. I'm here with Stephanie Brandon, and look at here. Guess who's back? Erica Cobb.
Hey,
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I got an IV yesterday that was very helpful.
It does help.
Yeah.
It does
had
help.
all the, it was called the Rockstar. It had all of the vitamins in it.
Ooh. I can see why they call it the Rockstar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they used to party, but that wasn't what was going on with Erica. Yeah. But it gives you all vitamins. You know what I mean? It's a good name for it.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm good.
Gang is back.
We're glad.
Rockstar. All right, that was terrible. Let's move on. Is Britney Spears' music career over? Mine might be after that opening. All right, here's that 13-year-old son, Jaden. He went on Instagram Live and aired out the dirty laundry. Jaden said she told him she might quit, speaking about her mom, Britney Spears. Not only that, Jaden said his grandpa, Jamie, is a big bleep and can go die.
Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. And he's 13 years old.
He's 13. So, I mean, anyone who really loves Britney Spears, like myself, I'm a big, big fan. She has had so many issues with her father for so many years. There are multiple conspiracy theories about him controlling her and her career. We do know that when she had a mental breakdown in the early 2000s, her dad was then the conservatorship of her and her business. And there was I've worked with a lot of people who've been very close to Britney and have told me from their personal experience that he is extremely pushy. He was forcing her to work. He was saying she wasn't allowed to see her children unless she would do certain shows, allegedly. And it was a very turbulent relationship. And also he said, you know, if you don't do this next season of American Idol, or I can't remember the name of the show that she was on now, it's really bad. But X Factor, that's it. Then, you know, I won't allow you to do this, this, and this. And it got to the point where her mental health also she was struggling once again with it, which is why I believe that when she had her second Las Vegas residency, she clearly didn't want to do it. She made it very public that you could see she didn't want to. She refused to do any interviews. She was crying about it on social media, and then the whole thing got cancelled. And funnily enough, that's when his I can't say the word. Conservatorship ended.
Well, let's make sure that we say this is all alleged.
This is all alleged.
She said situation. There were no
there's been no
criminal
legal
charges filed or anything like that. So we have to be careful.
Yeah, but you know what? This is a 13-year-old boy who has gotten on social media and given his account of what he believes is happening in adult issues. And I mean, one, just to be able or just be in a position to do something like that, no child should be in the middle of all of this, even commenting to the public about what's happening. And I think that's really the really sad part about it, because regardless of what's happening in the inner workings of his family or in the inner workings of his mom's career, he should be able to be a child. And it just seems like there's a lot going on this, because you have to remember, like, Britney has been Britney Spears, the machine, since she was like, what, 16 years old?
Even younger, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just it's a lot, and you can see it weighing and coming out this way.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, I like this next story. It's been 1 year since Jeopardy host Alex Trebek's pancreatic cancer diagnosis, and he's updating his fans, which is us included. Let's watch.
There were moments of great pain, days when certain bodily functions no longer functioned, and sudden massive attacks of great depression that made me wonder if it really was worth fighting on. If we take it just one day at a time with a positive attitude, anything is possible.
I love that. And it's got to become a lifestyle, positivity.
Yeah, and that resonates with so many families.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Twitter, like the little search bar, and I typed in Alex Trebek, and it's, you know, the articles were coming up saying how he came out and said these things. You read the comments, and it makes you have faith in social media, because people were like, keep going, Alex. My grandmother has this, and she's fighting this. You're such an inspiration. And that right there, for him to sit there and to say that, and to still be here a year from now and to be saying these things, I mean, that made a lot of people walking to a hospital room with one of their family members or friends and be the motivation and the inspiration for them as well, like, or the backbone. It's as well.
I think that it works both ways.
Yeah.
I think he's getting inspiration from them.
Absolutely. I have themes every week, and this week it's funny how we think that pain is reserved for us because we don't actually sometimes have conversations with people. We're not transparent about what we're going through. And for Alex Trebek to be in so many homes on a daily basis, people consider him like a member of their family. So when he's being transparent about something that's so personal and so painful, then it makes other people feel like they're not going through it alone as well. So I commend him for how he's handled this entire situation.
What was it saying again?
It's funny how we think that pain is reserved just for us.
That's dope. Welcome back, girl.
Welcome back, Erica Cobb. All right, Erica, you weren't here yesterday, but we did literally 24 hours ago talk about the James Bond premiere that was in London, how it might get delayed or canceled because of the coronavirus. Well, it looks like they were watching DBL because it's not happening anytime soon. No Time to Die was supposed to open next month, but now we got to wait until November, so the coronavirus was just too big of a risk to take to have all those people in one place. And even the stars, I would say, to walk that red carpet, shake hands with the fans. So they're betting that it is going to spread, but hopefully it's toned down by then.
Yeah, Mariah Carey canceled one of her tour shows in Hawaii. BTS, the pop star group from Korea, has shut down some of their tour dates. I mean, you can err on the side of caution. I know we don't want to create this mass hysteria or anything, but at the same time, a lot of people are err on the side of caution.
Well, I mean, there's simple things that everyone can do to try and not get sick. Obviously, wash your hands. You know, please don't go to the bathroom and not wash your hands. Or when you shake hands with people, whatever. Obviously, there's simple things you can do. But I do feel as though everything's getting blown way out of proportion. Literally, it's actually a bit insane to me. So obviously, yes, this is very serious. Yes, if you're elderly or if you've got a weakened immune system, it can seriously harm you. But for the general population, no. So if everyone just takes a little bit of responsibility for their daily routine and help it to not spread as much, then I don't know why everything has to cancel. Do the red carpet, just don't shake everyone's hands.
It's just caution. Like when my first son was born, so this was, my son's 3.5 now. So back then, we were supposed to go to Bahamas and do this boat cruise with Lance Bass and things like this. And we didn't go because of the Zika virus. Now, the chances of us going down there and actually getting bitten by a mosquito, not really, because you're taking a chance. This is the same thing. I would say go about your life, but if you don't want to take that chance, don't go to a big event. I don't think it's any different.
We were literally saying just yesterday, the maximum amount of deaths there have been in one day was 108 on February the 10th because of the coronavirus, all of which were elderly people in China. Over 3,000 people, died because of mosquito bites on a weekly basis.
But that's what I'm saying.
I feel like when you put it into perspective,
I'm not blowing it out of proportion. I'm saying each person takes it into their own hands. But now they're saying
James Bond won't even release their movie to the general public in cinemas. But there's still a million other movies being played.
There's a financial angle to this. It's not so much, what people are coming or what doctors are coming out and saying. It's the idea that because of the hysteria, because people are changing their patterns, that means that they're not going to get as big of a box office. This is all about strategy because you have to at least consider, like, the stock market has been down. That means people are traveling less, commodities are down, oil and gas is down. Like, that is very reflective of what's happening. So if that's how people are changing their patterns, then they're not going anyway.
They want the sponduli.
Who are you and where is Erica Cobb? You are on fire today,
Isn't
girl.
She always
She's always on fire. Always.
Nice. You glowing, girl. You glowing.
Wow, somebody missed somebody. Reunited and it feels so good. All right, we're going to get sued. Let's lighten things up. Shaquille O'Neal revealed his hilarious new hairline after losing a bet with Dwayne Wade. Check this out.
Yeah, I want to hear all the comments. Hurt my feelings because I look good. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Say something. Hurt my feelings. Yeah, I want to hear all the mean comments because I'm keeping it. It ain't going nowhere. Bow. And there ain't no Beijing in there. Look, ain't no Beijing in there. You see any black on my face? Oh.
That's a fake hairline, right? That's not where his hairline starts?
No, but maybe he's just colored it in a bit more to define it.
Yeah, that's where his hairline starts, but you use the Beijing. You see that tight line that he has?
Yeah,
That line, it could be a cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac. I can't say gefilte fish. Gefilte fish. Yeah. But yeah, because it may be like a weird McDonald's arch. My dad has it.
And it's someone else who has it.
I'm trying to hold on to mine for as long as I can.
Barry, when you don't shave, you have it too.
Yeah, and I put the topics in there. That's the spray we have. I didn't want to put that stuff in my hair.
I put it on.
You got a little
I
bit
colour in
No,
my
not
roots
right
too.
now.
I'm not just getting Brandon there. I colour in my little bits too.
I do too when my hair is back. Although
Yeah.
my hairline has grown back from my traction loss. It's very
I was gonna say your
exciting.
hair is looking fleek.
Would you rather have a hairline like that or just be straight gray? Or or
He
just
is
bald?
straight grey. What are you talking
Made that
about?
sound like an insult. Your hair looks disgusting. I mean, I like your hair.
Would you rather be straight? I can't even say it straight grey, Jeff. And you're allowed to say it to his face. That's so blunt. He is.
We're real here. Not it.
What do you
That's
expect him
right.
to say?
It's not all gray, mostly on the sides.
What do you expect him
DBL
to
is
say?
live coming up. Surprising celebrity relatives you didn't know shared DNA. Wow, the famous. Listen, we got some celebrity stuff coming up. Are they connected maybe 10 times over, 20 times over? That's it. But first, is this superstar pregnant? And whose toes are those? Stephanie's got the hot takes in What Up Wednesday next.
Feet look nice.
I think he just made that, like because he wanted to show where his hairline was. I think he made a fake hairline because when he went like that, it came off.
Yeah, because you spray it in for the line to make that line.
Yeah, but if he's got any hair, it would be right here, right? Say he was going
But you
bald.
still put it on there. You still put the
But I think
Beijing
the
on
whole
there.
I think the whole
think
thing
so?
is off.
Well,
That we were fighting about this all
Stephen
day
A.
today.
Smith, his hairline's
His hair's back,
there.
but not that far back. Shaq like has it here. I think he was making a joke. I don't know. I'm just assuming. But maybe he does have a little hair. there
I
and
thought
made a
he
hairline.
grew in his hair because that was the bet to grow in his hair, and then he just
And then
put
he
the,
put the
Beijing
Beijing
on top.
Oh, maybe you guys are right.
Because that's how you get the crispy line. You see how his
It was
lines
just straight
are crispy?
across.
Crispy
Yeah.
line.
That's that Steve Harvey.
But how do you do that? You got to like literally like put something like this and be like,
And they spray it. Yeah.
Yeah?
And they spray it on there. Yeah.
and dude, what if like you sweat?
It's supposed to stay on there. You see his forehead.
Did
That
you ever
beads
see?
of sweat.
You ever see Shell Hell?
No, who's that?
You know,
It's a movie.
you ever see Shell Hell?
Yeah, a long
Jason
time ago.
Alexander, the guy from Seinfeld, he like has spray and stuff because he's bald. You know George is from
George
Seinfeld.
Costanza.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
puts in like a hairline in the movie.
Oh, really?
You know, but then he's like out at the club like dancing, meeting girls, and it starts sweating. It's like running down his
That's what happened to
face.
Carlos Boozer.
Oh yeah, you did.
But
say
why would you
that.
put that in a basketball game? You know
He
you're going to
didn't
sweat
know
like that.
that's what was going to happen, and then on top of it, he didn't anticipate the lights. So from the top of the stands, you could see like the reflection on his
And
bald.
that's when that first came out. And I don't think they
I
had.
felt so bad for Boozer.
upgraded
No, it wasn't a good
testing,
one.
yeah.
Could you do that in your
No.
beard now that I'm looking at your beard? Like you got little holes in your beard? You know some people don't grow it all the way in.
can.
You'd be like,
Yeah,
You can't.
topics would be
You do
good
it.
for
You
the
sh-
beard
And you brush it in.
because they're
Look at
like.
that. Look at the tips here on DBL.
Men get weave now. What? Men get weave.
Welcome back to DBL. Are you ready for some juicy celebrity gossip? Well, you're in luck because it's time for What Up Wednesday. Our first stop is over in LA where Katy Perry has fans freaking out trying to figure out if the 35-year-old pop star is pregnant. Well, the hint is in this teaser video for her new song called Never Worn White, and it's dropping tonight. Now, look hard because it happens so fast you might miss it. Right, let's take a look closer. Now, the only people that cradle their stomach like that are those who just ate an ungodly amount of chips and salsa at the Mexican restaurant and pregnant women. So, which one is it? Here's what's up. That would be Katie's first child and Orlando Bloom's second. But I did some detective work and I think that this is a hoax. Here's my proof. So, this is Katie 1 month ago next to Katie in the video. Now, in the second picture, she looks like she's about 6 months pregnant and I see no bump on that belly in the first picture. Now, here's what's really up. It's no secret that Katie's last album, well, flopped. So don't be surprised if this is all a plot to generate some buzz for her new music. I guess I'll find out whether I'm wrong or right tonight. And yeah, next we're hopping over to Calabasas, home to billionaire Kylie Jenner. Her latest photo shoot with her model sister Kendall really has people on their toes. Here it is, the photo posted to Instagram that gathered 7 million likes. Casual, but do you notice anything different? Perhaps something that makes your toe curl? Well, if my sure-footed hints aren't enough, it's Kylie's short toe that knocked people off their feet. Eagle-eyed fans noticed that the 22-year-old short toe and made it so famous that Kylie even had to respond. Watch.
Okay, so everyone wants to come for my toes. By the way, I have cute feet. I broke this middle toe in middle school, and you can't really, there's nothing you can do for a broken toe, so I just had to let it heal how it wanted to heal. And then when I flex this up, this little guy just like is out of place.
I mean, here's what's up. I guess there's just some things about your body that filler just can't fix. Look, I actually love the short toe and that Kylie's a good sport about it. And it's a reminder that Kylie is in fact human because trust me, if she could surgically change it, she probably would. And we're all getting out of California for our last stop and heading to Detroit to visit Lizzo. She's calling out TikTok for making her take down her post. And now, right, if you're watching and you're over the age of 19 thinking, what is it? It's a very popular social media app amongst teens where dancers pretty much like this, well, somehow, oh, this is meant to be the Macarena, but okay, I'm feeling it. They go viral. It's a very strange, scary world on TikTok. But anyway, Lizzo posted these 3 captions saying, TikTok keeps taking down my videos with me in my bathing suits. But hey, they're allowing other videos with girls in bathing suits, and I wonder why. Here's what's up. Now, this is not the first time that TikTok has been caught censoring creators for being bigger. And Lizzo is onto something. And all I've got to say is, if you're going to let underage teenagers dance around half naked, you need to let a grown woman like Lizzo do her thing too. Yeah. So, do you guys think that Lizzo has a point? She has been known to be a bit revealing in public.
I think that TikTok might have some guidelines that we don't talk about because we had a young guest in here who was a drag kid who said that there were some stipulations about TikTok and he felt they were discriminatory and that's why he's not on it. And he's like a social media star.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we got to look into that a little bit more because I thought the same thing. I was like, well, I didn't know they didn't allow that. And now Lizzo's got a little beef. So TikTok might be under fire unless they come out with some guidelines explaining all this.
What's her username again?
Whose?
Lizzo's.
I'm sure it's just Lizzo.
Okay.
Anyways, I cut my toe off for $1 billion.
Yeah, it would.
Great job, Steph. We'll be right back.
In the
Welcome back to DBL. Did you know Al Roker and Lenny Kravitz are related? Bet you guys didn't know that. Lenny's mom, actress Roxy Roker, is Al's cousin, so that got us wondering which other famous faces share a family tree. We're blowing your mind in a segment we're calling Rolls Right Off the Tongue. Celebrities you didn't know were related.
But they drink wine at the table?
I think so. First up, actress Dakota and Elle Fanning are related to the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. Turns out they are 21st cousins.
That don't count.
That don't count. Apparently, they descend from King Edward I, who reigned over England in the 13th century.
Jeff, I think we're more related than they are.
We both from Chicago.
For Chicago.
I was going to say, you don't want to stretch that out anymore. Produce this. I mean, I get you need to fill the segment and all, but that's pretty far-fetched.
Ooh, Steph's not buying it. How about this one, Steph? Our next duo gives meaning to the word bromance. Besties Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are actually 10th cousins.
Ooh,
they both descend from an English bricklayer from the 1600s.
Wow,
That's a bit close, though.
Yeah.
Still 10?
That's putting
that's
23 and me to work right there. But you see, anytime they team up, they make something great. So, you know, there has to be some sort of connection
There's
there.
a family tie going on.
I mean, within 10 could pretty much be any ethnic group within the country. Okay, sorry, go
I
ahead.
think you're right. Our next pair of celebs share roots that might seem like they're from different trees on different planets. Halle Berry and former vice presidential nominee Sarah Palin are distant relatives, but we don't actually know the connection.
Oh, yeah, I bet they are. Like,
No, if I'm.
we just clearly needed a filler for a few seconds, didn't we? Because that's a lie.
Wow, Steph pulled back the curtain on that one. Welcome to Oz. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Health officials agree the best way to prevent the coronavirus is also the most simple. Wash your hands and don't touch your face. But that simple advice may also be the hardest for humans to follow. Let's connect the dots. The reason you're being told not to touch your face is because that's one of the easiest places for this new coronavirus to enter your body. Most cases of COVID-19 so far have started in a patient's eyes, nose, or mouth. But here's the problem. According to a 2015 study, we touch our face on average 24 times an hour. And nearly half of all that touching involves contact with your eyes, nose, and mouth. Before you give up, doctors say there's an easy way to stop yourself. Because it's a habit, you should wear something on your face or hand to remind you to stop the automatic action. If you must touch your face, use a tissue over your fingers. And we just connected the dots.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. If you're in the market for a new home this new year, like me, budgetologist Felicia Jones is here to help on today's Dollars and Cents presented by John Hancock. Now, Felicia, as always, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like you write these specifically for me.
I know. I think it is for you.
It is. Well, they help me out either way. Whether you're renting or buying, how can people financially prepare for a big move?
All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is be ready to spend more than expected. No matter how much you budget, you know, things will be overestimated. You may be eating out more because the new place may not be ready. You're buying things to clean the old place, get into the new place. The next thing, if I could just say this over again, downsize, 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 and try to avoid storage costs. No matter what will happen, you'll have to pay for all of your stuff.
Right.
Either you're going to pay for it to be moved to your new place, or you're going to pay for it to go into storage, and storage can cost you up to thousands of dollars each year. And finally, track your finances before, during, and after. There are so many moving pieces when it comes to moving. So you want to make sure that you're tracking your finances so that you can put down deposits, you get deposits back, you're not paying utilities in 2 different places.
Thank you, Felicia, so much for being here. To submit your financial questions for the next Dollars and Cents, please email Ask Mrs. Jones at dailyblastlive.com. And for info about life insurance and retirement planning, call John Hancock at 1-800-995-4089. Felicia dishes. I feel like she's talking to me, like she sets these up for me because I have a big move coming. So I took her tips, and I also have another one for you guys. Actually, Tori, I'm giving her a compliment from our show. Albert is an app that you could download on your phone. It's free, and plug in all your finances, and it tells you which ones, like, are you still using this? Are you still using that? So if you're moving, it's a good one to have. So you're like, oh, I'm still paying for this, but I don't need it at the new house. So Felicia, great job. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Happy third Wednesday.